What's up, everyone? This is Dre. Welcome to Redskins Talk TV. I am your host. So tomorrow we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, the Washington Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs. So, it's like as some people say, Indian Nation against Indian Nation somewhat. But it's going to be a tough game. The Kansas City Chiefs, they have a really, really good offense, have a lot of weapons on the offense. And then, of course, they have a pretty damn good defense. So they're coming to FedEx Field to play us. It's going to be a tough game. There's no reason to think that the Redskins can't win, but at the same time, the way our defense has been failing us and the way our offensive line has not been able to protect RG3, it's really hard to say what the hell is going to happen. But for the special teams, I don't really see any standouts on the special teams for the Kansas City Chiefs. You haven't really seen anything throughout the season about them breaking any big plays, but at the same time, you haven't seen the same thing out of the Redskins. So pretty much rank them even. The disparaging differences from there come on the offense and defense, where the Chiefs definitely have an advantage over us. In the offense, they have the quarterback, Alex Smith, ousted from the San Francisco 49ers, and he's basically rejuvenated life into the offense. Andy Reid as a head coach, he's really, really helped to bring this organization back from one of the league worst last season to one of the league best. I believe they're sitting at 9-3, something to that effect. All I know is they have a better record than we do. On the offense, they have two stellar running backs with Dexter McCluster as well as Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles, there's a lot of running backs in the league, but he in particular scares me. He's one of those running backs, kind of like LaShawn McCoy, except faster. Great catcher out of the backfield, can make guys miss in the open field, and he's very shifty. So you always have to account for him, whether it's somewhere he's running out in the flat, he's running some sort of screen, or they're sending him out wide, which I don't think the Chiefs do too often, but that's something that you have to account for, and hopefully they won't get a mismatch with him and a linebacker because he's going to beat any linebacker any day. Also, you have Dexter McCluster, a little bit smaller, but very shifty, can catch pretty well out of the backfield, and just puts his head down when he's about to get tackled. So we really, really have to worry about the cutbacks because Jamal Charles and Dexter McCluster do pretty good at that, running between tackles with the offensive line, which obviously they have more of an advantage than we do. And then, of course, Alex Smith being able to get the ball out of his hands quick. And on top of that, you have a receiving target with Jamal Charles, big receiver, so he's going to pose a problem for D'Angelo Hall or Emerson. More than likely, D'Angelo Hall is going to have him covered. But you have a 5'10" D'Angelo Hall against like a 6'3", 6'4" Dwayne Bowe. He gets up there to get the ball. Doesn't have quite the jumps like Calvin Johnson, but he's still a rangy receiver that can really, really hurt a defense, especially if he gets open and he gets behind a defensive back. So you're going to definitely have to play him tough, jam him at the line. I really can't say that I know a lot about the Chiefs, whether it's offense or defense, primarily because I really don't watch them. They're a good team. I remember back in the days when they had, Trent Green, they had Rich Gannon, Priest Holmes as the running back, back in those days when they just really tore things up in the AFC West. But the Chiefs are an extremely tough team, and the way Andy Reid has brought a new attitude with that team, I can see why they're in the tops of the league. And, congrats to them because they're doing a hell of a job. So for offense, we really have to be able to get to Alex Smith, stay in the running lanes to shut Jamal Charles down, because against this defense, what I'm really concerned about is him having some sort of career day. With him and the capability that he has to make defenders miss tackles, we just don't want to be part of a highlight reel to where we're at the butt end of every joke come Monday and thereafter. So shutting down the run is going to be imperative, and that's going to be difficult because they have a stout offensive line that can run block as well as pass block. Getting pressure up the middle, especially because Alex Smith, he gets rid of the ball fast, coming from that West Coast offense, and that's pretty much what Andy Reid has installed for the offense. But at the same time, he can throw deep, so he's got a pretty decent arm, makes pretty decent decisions. He's more of a game manager, but he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. So congrats to him. You know, he didn't really work out once Colin Kaepernick took over in San Francisco, but found his job as a starter and is doing a hell of a job there. So congrats to him. And also just, you know, shutting down Dwayne Bowe. I know they got a tight end. I can't remember who they have, but when you're trying to stop one of those weapons, whether it's Dexter McCluster, Jamal Charles, and the others, you have to count for the tight end. And I'm a big believer in not allowing for any skill position player to just run off the line of scrimmage, whether he's running to the flat, to turn up the field, whatever the case is, someone has to account for someone. And that's just my theory. You know, it may be wrong. Getting pressure to the quarterback's not going to be easy, but I'm hoping Kerrigan and Arakpo can really do the job. Now, as far as our defense, well, going up against our offense, going up against theirs, because our offensive line has got to protect RG3, and that's going to call for a solid game plan by Kyle Shanahan to keep Griffin on the move and to give a steady dose of the running attack to Alfred Morris. I didn't check the stats, so I didn't quite prepare for this video, so I'm just going to go off some of the stuff that I've seen just from the highlights. But I do know that as a defense, they are pretty good all around, as opposed to us, where we rank in the bottom. And as far as our defense, but as far as our offense, we fare pretty well as far as with the run game. We were one of the tops in the league for the run game. But if it turns into a one-dimensional game to where we cannot run the ball, it's going to be a long-ass game for the Redskins, especially playing at FedEx Field where we haven't really got a lot of victories. So the crowd really has to get involved, have to be able to convert on third downs. We're going to get Jordan Reed back, so I'm really excited about that. Anytime he's in there, I think he's going to do an extremely good job. I'm hoping that Pierre Garçon shows up this week, because last week I don't know what the fuck happened, but he had a lot of drop passes and carried a lot of a grudge, a chip on his shoulder. I mean, he played with that anger, yes, but make sure that you catch the goddamn ball first and then turn it up the field. If you know that you're going to get gang tackled, just drop so that you don't get stripped, because they're going to go for the strip. And of course, we just need other pass catchers, whether it's Josh Morgan, Santana Moss, Aldrick Robinson. I still believe that he can help in this game as far as the vertical game if he's able to get open. So he's got to be able to get that separation, especially off the line of scrimmage. And most times, I don't think a slot receiver is going to be able to keep up with him. So they're going to have to put someone deep just as extra protection for the Chiefs. And then, of course, the running game, feed the ball to Morris. Take some of that pressure off the offensive line in terms of protecting RG3. Hopefully they'll have this commitment this game to keep number 10's jersey clean, because I'm sick and tired of him getting sacked, especially when the defender's from the center and to the right. So Will Montgomery, Chris Chester, Tyler Columbus, I hope them motherfuckers do the job, because really at the end of the season, and I'm just about through with them, they just remind me of 3 Stephon Hires just lined up, just duplicated and cloned, and just failing the entire offensive line. Corey Lichtensteiger and Trent Williams don't really have much to worry about. Pressure come from them. I think that they'll hold up pretty well. But from the right side, if there's not a game plan in place for Griffin to get the ball out of his hands quick, any pressure is going to come from the right side. If he gets sacked, if he gets hit while he's got his back turned, it's going to come from that direction, most definitely, because we have shit from the center to the right guard to the right tackle. Straight garbage. In Spanish, basura is just straight pitiful trash. So I'm hoping that we get a chance to run the ball, get the ball out of number 10's hand, some some play action, which is only going to work if we get the run established. But that's just my assessment of the game. Once again, this is more of an impromptu video from my phone instead of with my webcam and my microphone. But I'm really hoping that we can turn things around, get a surprise win of the week, because we're already the underdogs, undoubtedly, and the way we've been playing, especially with the defense not being able to protect the lead, it's going to be an interesting game. So I haven't been able to talk shit the way I wanted to all season. Even if we were winning, the only reason why I would talk shit is just to talk shit against the Dallas Cowboys. I really don't show any disrespect to any other football team except for the cow bitches. So once again, fuck them. But we got them coming up pretty soon. But all the same, I'm looking forward to an interesting game. Here in South Texas, I'm not going to be able to watch it. More than likely, they're not going to televise it on TV. I would like for them to. And for those who cannot see it, once again, firstrosports.eu. Firstrosports.eu. Just click on American football. If you have good pop-up blockers, you don't have to worry about clicking on anything that's going to put shit on your computers. If you got good internet, you don't have to worry too much about buffering. A couple of mirrors that will get you the game. A little bit of a delay, but at least you'll be able to see it. Keep up to speed with the action. That's what I have to do. I actually upgraded my internet speed, so it's turned out pretty good for me. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. It's late at night. I'm hungry. I was supposed to create this video a couple of days ago, but just been real busy. Science has been fucking with me, so I've been a little out of sorts with it. But all the same, if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. And to my Redskins family, hell to the Redskins.